How much of a story is that?
I don't think it's a storyline. I mean, I understand why it is. Like, I understand from the human element why it is. But in terms of tonight's hockey game, it's going to be the players in the Detroit Red Wings against the players in the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's what it is. From the coach's perspective, have we done good enough jobs preparing our guys? Are we in position for our guys ready to execute? Where's our energy level? Those are things that coaches are certainly responsible for. Obviously, there's some in-game stuff, but for the majority, it's my concentration's on the Detroit Red Wings playing great hockey.
Jeff, we saw it in Tampa a couple of years ago with that group out of Norfolk forming the core of what they were able to do. Do you look back in your time in Grand Rapids and around this room now in that 2013 Calder Championship?
Well, I think, I'm real familiar with the Norfolk group. Obviously, John Cooper's a good friend of mine. I know, they've done a lot of things similar to what we've done here, where a lot of guys have assimilated. Now I get an opportunity to coach a lot of those players, and I think it's allowed for a little bit of ease in transition. There's earned trust both ways. They've earned a lot of my trust. I've earned their trust, but that is in the past, and it's all in sports is relentless what you do today, and so we've got to continue to earn each other's trust. And there's a whole other group of guys that weren't on that team that we're going to have to go out and execute as a group to be successful.
Jeff, how have you relied on Sutterberg as a captain when you were a new coach? What kind of role does that?
Yeah, my management style is I try to get input from lots of different people. I get input from our assistant coaches, from our trainers, from our equipment managers, and certainly from our leaders. And I've been blessed, I'd say, in my time as a head coach to have great leadership, and certainly here is as good as any. That was one of the main reasons that this was the job I wanted the most, was because of the character of the group, and that's led by Z. I tend to get lots of input on things to see and then make my decisions based on that input, and certainly I've leaned on Z a lot.
Jeff, I know you're pretty intense, but at any point tonight, are you going to be able to just kind of sit back and enjoy the fact that, here you are?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm somebody that believes in enjoying the journey, and you have to enjoy life. I totally believe in that. So, I'm sure when I step on that bench, you look around, you say, this is pretty cool. There's no doubt about that, and I won't hide away from that. My focus this morning has been on our meetings, been on our pregame skate. My focus tonight will be on executing. But when I step on the bench, there's no question I'll take a second to say, this is a real neat thing. I get an unbelievable special opportunity to be able to coach in my home state for a hometown team is a really neat thing.
Well, I don't know what their fourth line is, so.
Spalling line for us.
Oh, okay, I thought they were our third group, and I thought they were, one or two in last game. I think we got a group that whatever group plays the best is going to play the most and be in the right situation. So over time, we'll figure out who's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Right now, we're just the Leafs and trying to get better.
Like some of the former Red Wings players saying that it's so similar, seeing what the system you've installed in Toronto. Is it a matter of who executes that system better tonight?
Well, I don't know why it's similar. Come on, no, that's my surprise face. I mean, come on, for real. I mean, they know. But in saying that, is they've been doing it for a long time, and we've been doing it for a couple of weeks. And so at the heat of the moment, sometimes you do what you used to do. That's just the way it is. So we got to try to make those moments in the game less and less and less, and then we'll win more and more.
I know one of the things you stress is enjoying the moment that you go through. Are you going to enjoy being back here tonight if you're acknowledged?
sure.
And
I don't have a whole lot of time thinking about that. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enjoy being here, and I enjoyed my time here. I've said this a number of times. I'm looking forward to this game being over, so I don't have to talk about it anymore. But I'm enjoying being the Leafs coach too. It's energizing. It's way different, and it's fun. And I know I met with Blash last night, so I know he's enjoying being the Red Wings coach, and he should be the Red Wings coach. He's a Michigan guy. He's done a lot to get to this opportunity. He's got a good team, and he's going to have fun with that, and I'm going to have fun coaching the Leafs.
On a personal level, is it easier that you were here last week? That you walked in the building?
You know what, guys? I said this before. The 12 days where I tried to make a decision was as much mental and gut-wrenching anguish as I've ever had in my life. I don't recommend it to anyone. Since I've made that decision, I sleep real good, and I feel real good about the decision I made, and we've moved on. So it didn't feel like that last week. I mean, I know where I lived for 10 years. I'm not dumb. But in saying that, I'm the coach of the Leafs. Let's go.
Mike, how different is it starting here with the Leafs than when it was when you started with the Red Wings?
Yeah, I don't remember. The Red Wings. People always talk about what we came to, but the Red Wings had been at $72 million, and suddenly the payroll was 38, and we bought out a ton of players to start. So, you know, it was just like here, it's the fear of the unknown. You don't know how it's going to go, and you just focus on the process and trying to get better, and that's what we're doing with Toronto.
Having worked with Jeff as long as you did, how happy are you to see him get his chance?
Oh, it's great. I mean, you know, I remember when I hired Blash, and no one knew who he was, but when I met with him, I knew he had been a guy who'd won where he was. He was a smart guy, presented well, taught well. He's gained lots of experience. We had a real good relationship. We talked a lot. He helped me, and I think I helped him. He's a good man. He's got a good family. I enjoyed seeing his wife and kids last night there when I dropped by there for a second. You know, I wish him well every night except when he plays the Leafs.